Hello and welcome back to another episode here playing the Big Blue Blob. Trying to get the Big Blue Blob achievement, and we finally, after many tries, look like we're going to be successful. We are about to go to war with England. And our aggressive expansion, well, there are a couple of people in coalition territory. Truly not that many, especially since we're considering we're attacking two of them right now, so they'll have a truce. Yeah, and some of the guys that actually have the most aggressive expansion are our allies. So we have it fairly well spread. I wish we had some more out in the east, but the Kalmar Union is still up and running. Oh, Denmark did lose Holstein somehow. So they might wane in power. Maybe Sweden will try to become independent soon. Could support their independence. I should probably go to war with England right now. Well, as our fleet will return to port, we'll declare. Because we do want it to be somewhat safe. Did we increase autonomy here? No, we forgot. Good thing that we checked again. We are still the Pope and have a good chance of being re-elected, almost 50%, which is just wonderful. We just invested a ton of points here, getting up to 40, but I think it's worth it. We have to try as much as we can. Anyways, we're going to war with England through the claims of our little vassal over here. And hello, Emil. How are you doing today? And we have been discovered. Oh wait, we discovered a guy from Liège. Why would you do that, Liège? It's like you're in enough trouble already. Fighting Saxony, Cologne, and Trier, and Nassau. Crazy man. We are only going for a small war in comparison. Actually, never mind. We're going for a huge war in comparison. But small compared to our total size. So, well, we'll declare. I think we'll declare for what's easiest to get to. Should probably Meath. The other ones are kind of protected by at least one fort. So let's go and declare for Meath. You might have to subsidize our little vassal here, so he can get up to 6 troops. But we'll see. Spain. You're trying to get this out here. Oh, we have the first coalition member. Reloading the game does that. Reloading the game does that. Wait, what? People get more aggressive expansion? Why'd they get aggressive expansion? Strange. Oh well. Really? That many, that quickly? Well, they're mainly in Italy, and if there's going to be a coalition, it's going to be mainly an Italian coalition. Especially since we are still improving relations with a lot. Well, I'm great. I mean, we have had a successful run here, where we had unbelievable luck. I mean, compared to the last couple of runs, we're so lucky. I mean, there's still some issues, you know, like the Kalmar Union not breaking up. But all in all, we had a ton of luck. We didn't get the inheritance of Anjou, but who cares? Navarre beat up Aragon, and then we were able to vassalize Navarre despite being like, what was it? I think they had all of these provinces. Despite being a 5-province nation, we still could vassalize them because they hadn't cored everything. It's most wonderful. here we are sieging our way through England, and let's see if we can surprise their army up here. That'd be great. And Castilla's gonna come up and help us, which is just amazing. Portugal being allied to Aragon, well, Aragon might have to hold out for another war. That it shouldn't keep their union over Naples for much longer. On the king's death. Yeah. Union ends. Good. Everything's coming up my way. Oh, they're coming up there. Good. Good. We have our great general, still our amazing general from the start of the game. Which he'll turn this into a bloodbath for England. Especially since they're still... Actually, they caught up on tech, didn't they? Okay, England caught up on tech. But that's okay, because we still have a ton more morale. Polish border gore? What do you mean? Oh, Poland. He still didn't take Danzig, so maybe Pomerania will snipe it from them. If they don't get Gdansk or Danzig, then, well, they can't westernize. At least not easily. Also, they can't form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which would be just bad for them. Then the big pink blob will not form, or the common blob as I like to call him. It's the most common blob in this version of the game. The common blob is definitely the most common of all the potential blobs. And much blobbier than France has been in the last couple of patches. Ooh, that's right, we can actually walk around England without any hindrance. Because all of his forts are besieged. It's great. Could just go and siege up everything. A little military coalition. I don't, I just know that the Poland-Lithuanian Commonwealth needs Danzig. I mean, sometimes I get it wrong, like I thought that Muscovy actually needs Neva to form Russia. But apparently they don't. They just get a decision to move their capital there if they conquer it. And I've played this game for a long time. So a lot of these things just come from, you know, previous campaigns that I played. Like I played Poland once. It was a long time ago. But that requirement probably hasn't changed because it's a very sensible requirement. They have to get rid of Mazovia, for example, in order to form the Commonwealth. Okay, and I hope we can get out there. That'd be great. Squish. Squish that damn army. We can get rid of the English army. We'll be golden in here. Absolutely golden. Nope, didn't squish. Oh well. Just keep on squishing as much as I can. And also, let's start at least some. I think they're probably going to Lancaster. And we can start with some besieging. Oh, he's not. November 24th. Good. Go over there. We might squish him. Well, we are arriving 1 day late. That's kind of annoying. So he gets a tick. And then we attack. Call that diplomat. Ooh. Holy crap, it looked like it was a lot less, but now it's still like 37 and some. So let's continue improving relations all over the empire. Because our aggressive expansion is very, very scary to us. Good. And our little vassal will probably take all of these. I think he'll take them because he has a claim on it. Good. First siege done. Just continue with the sieges. Fort sieges are secondary. Oh, we might get a ton of aggressive expansion for this war. Ooh. But we could get a ton of land from it as well. No more carpet sieging. Yeah. You know, the thing is, carpet sieging hasn't really lost its value. Frankly, it has become a more valuable strategy in and of itself, because just think about it. If the enemy doesn't have forts in an area, you really want to carpet siege it, because it will cause the enemy to suffer a lot of money loss. Especially if it's like a high priority area and they just somehow didn't build forts there. So the sooner you carpet siege him, the sooner he's not going to have the money. Now forts usually prevent that, so there's something to be said about no more carpet sieging. But they don't always prevent it. So does England not have a navy anymore or something? Or is it like in the New World? Oh no, it's over here. It's trying to blockade me and hopes to actually accomplish something with that. How cute. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of the stacks here. With my stack. I don't want him to form up another huge army. Which is another reason why I'm carpet sieging. Much rather, you know, carpet siege now and not have him, not give him the ability to create any more armies. Now I'm a bit heavy on the calf side, but it shouldn't matter that much. Yearly prestige is nice. I wouldn't usually, but in this campaign prestige is like of the highest importance. Because it reduces aggressive expansion, I really want prestige. Also, there's a bunch of other benefits to it. When I stand by it, it's the one modifier that really doesn't matter as much as all the others. But in this campaign, it's actually valuable enough that I want to invest in it. That I use, like, sometimes even war score to just push up prestige. Good. Let's go and help our little vassal over here. Because he's probably not going to be able to do the siege on its own. I'd much rather go and help him than give him subsidies. Subsidies are expensive. But it's not the same kind of carpet sieging anymore, so at least that's nice, right? You don't just plop one unit everywhere, as you used to, so the enemy could always get squished. At least I find it's not the same experience as carpet sieging used to be. It's only a one level fort. They should be able to finish it fairly quickly. And we of course are now trying to siege down one of the worst forts to siege, but that's okay. Cannons haven't been invented yet. Yeah, it's still a couple of techs off. France occupied Cornwall, good. And Kent. Good. We're making progress. Oh, you know what we haven't been doing? Fabricating a claim. So let's stop relationship improvement over here because we have enough. Yeah, with a good fort setup, you can essentially just halt your enemy. Which is great. Like as France, you can like have a primary line out here with like 4 forts and then maybe a secondary line right here. even maybe 3 forts, depending on how you set it up, just so you can keep them out. It makes coalition wars a whole lot easier because they have to like split up onto the forts, and then you can attack, you know, the forts, like the sieging stacks, and they have to like go around, so they have like 4 provinces to march, so you can easily squish a smaller army on a fort and then just move back into your country, and then, you know, keep on stinging the coalition over and over again. So good fort setup is worth a lot. Now this right here is a fairly inefficient fort setup, but it just takes a ton of money to like change your forts around. That's what I have to keep in mind. Like, I would love to change my forts around and shuffle my entire country so I have a better setup, but it would save me maybe 1 ducat a month, and I would have to invest like 20,000. So either I would have to save up a ton of money, which is a ton of opportunity cost, or I would have to take loans, and loans would, you know, that interest would exceed the benefit of having my forts rearranged by far. Anyways, we have to fabricate a claim here as soon as we can, because we do want to eat Bosnia, because it's in an area that nobody cares about. They are Catholic, which is sad for us. Well, somewhat sad. Positive things, they might actually convert some of this land for us. Could support rebels in their country. That could be fun, right? Supporting rebels in Bosnia so that they become Orthodox again. Just so we can save a little bit of aggressive expansion. Or maybe we can get the Pope to hate them. Yeah, and we need to stop this war as soon as possible so we can ally the Pope again. We need some Popal approval here. And let's hope that our Pope doesn't die before we win this war, because we really want to avoid as much aggressive expansion as possible, as we already have enough. It's enough aggressive expansion. Just a plenty. I seem to remember that Lithuania ate Crimea, but now they spit it out again. It's alright, we're sieging the last provinces. This war went really well, I would say. I mean, we're gonna be done in about 2 years. So this war will be a 3-year war for a ton of land, or potentially a ton of land. Did the English Navy get split up or something? It looks like the English Navy got trashed. Now our glorious Navy can come in and destroy them. Shouldn't have much of a problem because they have essentially no heavies. I don't know who trashed it, but somebody did. Maybe Castile got their navy destroyed as well. I mean, there's some people who you can still carpet siege easily, like, I don't know, hordes. Hordes cannot afford forts, at least for the most part they cannot. And they much rather rely on a huge army, so if you corner their army, you can easily carpet siege hordes. And then they won't have any money for their army anymore. So hordes have become even easier to conquer as a Western nation. All you have to do is make sure that there's no army around. And then you can just gobble them up. Oh, wonderful. Brittany! Should totally give me all of your land. Oh god. I'll have to wait though, because that will be a lot of aggressive expansion. They are co-belligerent, right? They're not? They're not? I thought I co-belligerented them. Oh crap, I probably forgot. Well, not too bad. Why not? Well, because it would be too much aggressive expansion anyways. We're just gonna take some land from England and leave Brittany be for now. Can always get them in the next war. We can get a whole bunch of money from them, which is nice. War reps. On all treaties with England? Sure. Give up claims in France? Yes, please. Anything else we can do? See provinces? I don't think so. I think we have one claim here. We do, but I don't really want to take it. Again, the aggressive expansion we have is already... No, it's high enough as it is. We don't need any more aggressive expansion right now. So I think Brittany will get off easy. And all their trees. I want to see what's the difference in 73, so that's a 10-year. So about a month per. I think doesn't really matter. Still about a 10-year. It's a little bit over a 10-year truce. That's okay. Yeah, we'll be able to declare war on them again later. And for 10 years we'll get a little bit of extra income, which is nice. You know, just take a little bit of money from Portugal and from Brittany. Brittany will get a lot more income than just 10 or 1 ducat. Currently they only apparently have 1 ducat income, but it will grow. It will grow. Yes, they are at peace. Unless their provinces will become unlooted. We'll get more income from them. Yeah. And again, this war's focus is Great Britain. We'll give Leinster all the land that they deserve. After which we'll probably start the annexation of Navarre. Because there's no reason to keep them around. And we have to make sure that we can actually annex everybody, so we might even want to start both the annexations right away. Do we have the points? Improve relations. We'll be fine. We might be fine. We should improve some more relations. Well, it doesn't matter. Then we should try a war versus Norway as soon as possible. Oh, we got a couple of ships. Thank you for the free ships, England. No. We're gonna absorb him. And if you finish this achievement, I'm gonna continue this campaign. I will probably not core anything in Europe ever again because of France's amazing abilities. Because really, as France, you don't really want to be annexing, or you don't really want to be annexing provinces, you want to be annexing countries. Seeing how they have the -10 diplo cost, you can stack that so well. With the 25% from... was it from influence, and then you can stack that with another 20% from a policy. I'm not sure what you need. I think it was influence and... was it influence administrative? Something like that. Where you get the 20%, so that would be an entire like decrease of 55%. Then you're paying around 3 diplo per development, which is nothing. That's like nearly as good as the Ottomans. Oh, I knew that. That you can just wait for the modifier to activate for like 2 or 3 months. Like that's about the leeway that you have between them. But they still have to be fairly close together because the pop-up will eventually click on its own. Don't like a huge amount of unrest. One province going up 20%. It's not that big a deal. And stuff a bunch of autonomy because of, you know, annexing territory, and of course Burgundy, which was also an annexation essentially. Six months, interesting. So you'd still have to time it in like 24 points, which is still not that easy. And to be fair, those two should annex at the same speed. So we could just check their total annexation cost. $280. Well, it will change. Ooh, in October of this year I can actually annex him. Good. I might start. And we'll see how much he costs and how much Navarre costs. I don't really care if they don't have everything cored. It would be nice if they have everything cored. If they don't, then oh well, so be it. We gained a core here. And we have essentially the entire French region. Maybe not quite. French region. Come on. Come on, block it. Thank you. Is this all the French region? Is this also all the French region? Yes. What's that other region? What the hell kind of map mode was that suddenly? What was the player map mode that showed up real quickly? Breton, French. Oh, it's not the French region anymore. This is still the French region. I thought this was still the French region. Now Barrois. And Lotharingia, that's definitely the French region. Definitely want that. And I think the Shadow Empire will happen very soon here. Because they're not going to be able to get all of the Kingdom of Italy inside the Empire. Let's see. We have 12 transports and 6 heavies. Let's get another heavy. Actually, let's get 3 more heavies. Just so we have a better chance versus Norway, Sweden and Denmark. So we might have to attack them viciously, which will be okay. So you don't have to fight everybody alone.